Bam! What is going on? Welcome to the program. Welcome to this hobby of ours. I am your host, D, and I am rocking with Doxa, Aristera, left-hand drive. It's off wrist for the moment because I love sticking my watch in your face. What am I going to do? We have a very special guest. I'm entitling this episode Embargo 2 Electric Boogaloo because Jacque is back on the program. If you saw that previous episode, that was a ton of fun getting to know my good friend from Doxa. She is still in Geneva. She is still in the middle of happy hour, and she is still on the Hobby of Hours program. Let us welcome Jacque to the stage.
Hello.
Hello, darling. How are you doing?
I loved it. What was it? What did you just say? The Electric Boogaloo? What was that one?
This is Embargo 2 Electric Boogaloo.
I love that. Oh my God.
Yeah,
I had to stop myself from snorting because I didn't know if you could hear me or not in the background.
We would love to see you snort and have a funny laugh on the program. But yeah, there's a movie in the 80s called Electric. It's about breakdancing. Breaking to Electric Boogaloo. And anytime there's a sequel, and I could work the phrase in, I work the phrase in. And today's sequel is Secret Doxa Embargo Watches with Jacque, the Diamond of Doxa, who is in Geneva. And off camera, she told me a very funny story. Why don't you tell the viewership how you've been spending your time in Geneva and where you've been going back and forth from?
Yeah, so it's like, let's talk about like your time in Geneva. And I was like, what do you want me to talk about? And he's like, well, tell us how it is at Watches and Wonders and na. I was like, D, with all love and respect, I wake up in my hotel, I'll walk to the Beau Rivage. I'm here 12, 14 hours, and then I walk back to my hotel. And then I go from my hotel back to the Beau Rivage back to hotel back to Beau Rivage.
The Beau Rivage is the semi-conference space, large room where they have the Doxa watches on display for the regular folk and the business folk who are coming to meet up with her. Yes. And she herself has, I was trying to think of what food do they serve over there? It's not like you can go out for tacos or something. I think she said she's going to have pasta back in her hotel room.
Yeah, a lot of Italian.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
That's what we survive on here, at least, is a lot of Italian. We have a favorite restaurant a couple blocks down called Casadona. So we normally frequent there once or twice. We ordered in pizza the other night. But yeah, it's kind of just easy eats. And then I cook in my hotel room, whatever I've gone to the grocery and collected before Watches and Wonders starts.
Wow, glamorous. You know what? All of a sudden, I don't feel like I'm missing anything, because when she first told me she was going there, I was like, oh, it'd be so fun to roll heavy with Jacque through Geneva. And it's like hotel, office, hotel, office, hotel,
That's
office.
It.
So
That's it.
getting to know you better, my friend. And that was a ton of fun. Thank you so much for the time. But as I promised earlier, as I kicked off this episode, we have got embargoed goods, the secret stuff. Now, it's secret to me because I can keep a secret. But as you're viewing this particular embargoed set of watches will be hitting the streets. And by the streets, I mean the hallowed halls of Topper Fine Jewelers in Burlingame, California. My Doxa AD of record. Major shout out to Jay. Hope that you are well, Jay. I think Jay's over there. Is she?
She's the one to ask about Watches and Wonders. Have you seen her Instagram?
Right. I have. I follow her.
But I'm so lucky because Jay literally came off the plane, and the only time that we could see each other this week was literally she came off the plane, ran to her hotel, dropped her things off, got here at 3 o'clock on Monday local time. See me for the 1 hour that I had. We had fun. We had girl talk. We had watch talk. Actually, thanks to you, we got a diamond piece special ordered. So
are you serious?
Someone is getting a diamond. And with their diamond, well, they actually bought it for their girlfriend. Very lucky girlfriend. Okay. It's her first Doxa. The gentleman has several Doxas, loves Doxa. And so he buys the diamond, and we recorded a personalized video for him and his girlfriend with yours truly and Lake Geneva in the background with the watch. So you too can have a personalized video from me.
You just have to buy a watch.
Yeah, before it comes over to America. So that was so much fun. But she's the one to follow. I see that she's having so much fun with my dear friend Jacque from Zenith. She's such a sweetheart, an amazing person in this industry, and they're just having a blast. And I'm jealous, and I want to be there. I'm not jealous, but I am, because I want to be with them. I just want to spend time with them and have fun. But I'm also so excited to be with Doxa. I love my job. I love being here these hours. And please, if you're ever in Geneva during Watches and Wonders or Geneva Watch Days at the end of the summer, please, please, please come by our booth. We're in the Beau Rivage. Like Dee said, it's a hotel, it's open space. You get to walk in, you can see the micro brands. We all have our own suites. And we do a happy hour every single day, starting at 5:30 p.m. For
That's
both
amazing.
events. So come by and enjoy.
I can definitely vouch for hanging with Jacque and the Doxa team. A good bit of fun, very friendly, and it's just an amazing pleasure to grow in friendship with them and to be a part of these embargo releases. Embargo releases, obviously, when a manufacturer, watchmaker, builds something before they release it, they let their PR partners know about it so that we can, in turn, keep that a secret, but also prepare material to release around about the same time, oftentimes day and date with the formal release or the lift of the embargo, when it's time to share the good news of the watch release with the entire world, which is a little bit of what we are doing today. The funny thing about Jay's Instagram, whenever I saw her having her fun, I wrote on one of the captions, "The J is loose."
Well, J squared was loose for a moment.
Oh my gosh, you almost gave me a coughing fit. That's so funny.
I'm so sorry. I know, I'm sorry. You're having allergies. I shouldn't be so funny. I've got to.
Yeah. Could you tone down the humor? Because I need to laugh less in my life.
It's the jet lag.
It is the jet lag. So, Doxa's favorite diamond, or I should say my favorite Doxa diamond, because I am the one who coined your catchphrase. Yeah. And I do hope you get a bumper sticker made and put on your vehicle. I am the Doxa diamond.
My aunt is making one. I'm sure I'm going to have a Doxa coffee mug that says that. I'm expecting a lot of gifts from her in the mail soon. She loves to make customized gifts. If you've ever received, which I don't think I've sent you a customized gift. I'll have to.
Yes, please.
My secret weapon. So I'm sure she's at home crafting tons of Doxa diamond things for me, because she loves that phrase. She saw one of your videos, and every single day I'm waking up to a text message, a sweet one from her, telling me that that man is right. You are the Doxa diamond.
You heard it here first. Hobby of Hours is on to something. The Doxa diamond is here.
Always.
That is too funny. All right, you are center stage, my dear. The floor is yours. By all means, please share with the Hobby of Hours watch-loving community, the Doxa team, the Doxa army. Yes. Share it with us. We are ready.
Okay, great.
What you got? What you got?
So it's always fun to have a new release, and I am excited to hear everyone's feedback on this piece. This one's coming out on May 5th, so Cinco de Mayo. So hopefully you're also having a taco and some tequila to celebrate this this day. It's super fun. So without further ado, I am going to present to you sub 200s.
The sub 200
with a stainless steel bezel. So polished stainless steel bezel. So for those of you that aren't super familiar with the brand, or not the brand, well, the brand maybe, but also maybe the
model line.
Model line. It's our entry price point. So the watches that you're looking at are $1,090 US. You can see stainless steel and original. So
flip that original. Yeah, flip that original one upside down. We gotta represent.
That's the jet lag kicking in.
Well, you know what? I was like, hey, did they make another left-hand drive? I guess not. Okay, so
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that one for you too.
That's okay.
But, so yes, original stainless steel.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
And so in all the colorways, also in sea emerald green. So it's in addition to, we are not getting rid of our amazing reissue of this watch. They will come on stainless steel or rubber. And then of course, sea emerald green only has the NATO option, whether it's the full stainless steel bezel here.
Oh, right. Actually, that's, you know what? Bring that back. Don't let that run away yet. That's borderline Hobby of Hours colorways with that green. Yeah, that's a rather nice North American Treaty Organization strap. not allowed to use NATO anymore. Someone in America
No,
patented
really?
or something. Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't know that. That's news to me.
Well, you don't know because they haven't tried to sue you for saying the word NATO yet, but they sued a bunch of people.
Thanks for letting me know.
North Treaty Organization
the
or
North
military
Treaty
strap.
Organization military strap for
Single
Doxa.
pass strap. You're too cute to sue. They're not coming for you.
Well, if they did sue me, it would make me kind of so happy because I love representing myself in court and I love pretending to be a lawyer. And if anyone needs a prenup with their watch purchase, I'm willing to do that too with a diamond or a Charlotte purchase.
You learned all your legal stuff from Ally McBeal. I learned mine from Suits. What are you going to do? We'd make a great legal team.
Mine was that Legally Blonde movie.
Oh, are you serious? Heavens to Betsy. Actually, Suits, I actually learned most of it from The Practice, which was an offshoot, was the serious show offshoot of Ally McBeal. But anywho, we're talking sub 200 stainless steel bezel. I did happen to notice that the stainless steel bezel had graduations along it, whereas the other model seems to have standalone large minute markers. Is that a fact?
Yeah, that is 150% correct.
All right. Very nice. I have to say, certainly there's the vintage appeal of the black bezel, but I like those gradations. I need to time a stake. That's what I use my dive watch for. Mm-hmm. Although we explored earlier off camera, I am also a chronograph guy per se, but if I could only have one watch, it's going to be a GMT because I need to have that, which my very first embargo project with you was for the 250 T GMT line. I mean, obviously I have the older one, but the new one is just going to fit me better. Still debating which color. She's not helping very much by continuing to release other colors, but
I think by now you might already have a GMT. By May 5th. You don't think that you'll have a GMT by May 5th?
I don't know, darling. It's like I was introduced to that new colorway. I'm contemplating about calling in a favor to get that new color, but I don't know it. The emerald is what calls to me because it's close to channel colors.
Right.
And I have my orange. You got it. Look, your first Doxa or one of your three Doxas, you have to have an orange, and you have to have beads of rice bracelet. The straps are very nice, but here's the thing: Doxa does clasps very great with the with the pasta extender, as I call it.
I love when you call it that.
It is true. Like, hey, like if I go to Olive Garden for lunch, it's like, oh, one too many breadsticks. Okay, let out the watch a little, but they even have that on their straps, which is amazing. But get the beads of rice if you've not experienced it. I happen to have this on an isoframe because it fits. This one has a 20 millimeter lug width. My big boy 750 GMT is 21 millimeters. Isoframe does not make a strap for that. And isoframe is my favorite dive strap. But yeah, so we're looking at, I was curious to learn that when we first started talking about this new bezel release, both are going to be available. The other one's not going away. Both of them, same price point. But this sub 200 model is technically, by caliper measurements, 42 millimeters. But I would have never guessed that in a million years. It's probably because of the polite lug to lug. Can you speak to that a little bit?
Yeah, so lug to lug, we are at 46.
Yeah, that's what I show.
And I feel like when you see it, play with it in person, if it honestly, it wears more like a 41, maybe even a 40. Every time I remind myself that it's a 42, that feels strange. But definitely with the full stainless steel, you also have this optical illusion that it's larger. Look at it. It looks wider. No?
I could see it both ways. I could see it because it blends more into the lugs, and the lug to lug is what's giving you the courtesy appearance or feeling of a smaller one. And so the blacked out one, I don't know. I'd have to have both in hand, but since this is some embargoed goods, I don't have it on wrist yet.
Right.
But I think the important thing is that lug to lug will always better define your wearing experience than sheer diameter by itself.
True.
But so I understand from what we spoke about earlier, you've got an SW200 Elaborate movement in there. And, there we have another case of Doxa bringing some value.
Amen. That's right. That's what we're always bringing, is a lot of value And we hope to always stay that way. And I hope that the clients are feeling that way about the brand and enjoy the stainless steel bezel and the new look to our entry price point, which is still a lot of watch for $1,090.
Wow, that is a lot of watch. Put that stainless steel. Let me see the stain. Do you have it in the sea emerald?
Your favorite color?
My favorite color. Look, it's as close to Highland Green as I can get from the Doxa Diamond at the moment. So until there's a Hobby of Hours edition, I'm claiming Sea Emerald as my own. Let me put you onto feature. There we go. I have to say, I'm impressed by the North Treaty Organization strap that attends the Sea Emerald so well.
Not the North American Treaty.
Gosh, I want to find the guy who's running around
At
suing
first, I thought
people.
you said the North American tree, and I was like, what?
No.
What's better is the tree?
Look, I don't even know if Arbor Day still shows up on the calendar, Jax. But, I love the trees. We need the trees for oxygen.
Yeah, exactly.
And no trees were harmed in the making of this watch.
No trees were harmed. We try to source everything as sustainably as possible. Everything has a function, including the packaging. So the trees are as safe as they can be.
You know what I learned about Doxa today that I didn't know? I learned that the container, the clamshell, is water. Is it watertight, waterproof, and floats? Which is it?
We say water resistant. And what I've been told, which sometimes I haven't tested it yet. So someone please test it. It's supposed to be water resistant and it is supposed to float. So even with your watch, your cell phone, your keys, your credit card, zip it up, you're by the pool, you're on the boat, it falls off, it floats.
What about my gold bullion? I don't think it's going to float with my gold bullion in there. But
well, you have so many of them, Dee, that I mean, it depends on how many you pack.
I'm dripping gold and peeling off Crispies anytime Jackie calls me with a new release. But just so I can go on record, and I'll put myself in spotlight, please let me know down in the comments which colorway of GMT you think I should get. You know that I have the Caribbean blue, and Enya is very happy with that. But I've got my orange. I like the green. I like the new blue. I like the Shark Hunter. Gosh, it's really funny. I don't think Jackie has seen my other video that has released yet, where I'm asking her for a BOGO, a buy one get one free.
When did you release that?
Let's see. It's actually time travel moment. Get in your DeLorean, folks. Today is April 2nd. I'm releasing it today. It's over there in the other part of the studio editing.
I was like, I have not missed anything that you released. There's no way.
Look, I asked her for BOGOs on GMTs. I still haven't gotten my Doxa cufflinks that I asked for in another video. But I just want to I want a care package from U&J, Top Refined Jewelers. It can be in their bag, your bag, as long as a bunch of Doxa goodies. Count me in.
Okay.
Love it.
So I have a question for you.
Yes,
what would be like if you could go to the Doxa factory and completely design your own piece? What are we doing? What case? What color?
It's embarrassingly easy. Some people know this. I don't know if you know it, but I've mentioned it on the channel. I have been writing Doxa, like the generic email, for years. Okay. Asking them, hey, I really like your watches. Could you make a titanium GMT, please?
Okay.
And it wasn't once. It's like 2 times a year.
You're not the only one.
Yeah, you probably know the poor person. I'm surprised she hasn't written me back saying, hey, here it is in a smaller size that'll fit you. So that's why I voted in today's video release, not the video that we're recording right now.
Right.
Announcing that the Doxa GMT is my favorite release of the year thus far and of Watches and Wonders, even though you preemptively released it before, which I think is brilliant because there's so much hype around the event. If you can catch a wave before the event wave, much better for manufacturing and exposure of a new model, especially since there hasn't been one since 2006. So to answer your question, it would have been a GMT. I have a love of titanium generally. I've had your Mission 31. I foolishly parted with it. I'm still trying to get it back. I've never owned the 800 titanium. That's on my radar. I have the Time and Tide titanium, but now that this new one's in 40, the titanium is less relevant because my 750 is larger, bigger. Now that it's in 40, I kind of don't need titanium. But since she did extend the offer, Hobby of Hours Highland Green matte dial, and a nice engraving on the back, something to the effect of, "Dear D, thank you for being a friend. Sincerely, the Diamond of Doxa, Jackie." So the engraving will go all around the case back. Something of that nature would be epically lovely if I could pick. But yeah, I'm probably going to end up getting the Sea Emerald, to be fair. It's in the lead. I should have a running post
for the GMT Sea Emerald.
Yeah, some kind of Gantt chart covering which one's in the lead. I don't know.
I think also you need to sleep tonight and then re-answer that question tomorrow just to make sure, because, that limited edition.
Oh, gosh, yes, that limited edition.
But D, it's limited. That's my rule now, but it's limited. I don't buy.
That's fair.
I pretty much don't buy anything that's not limited anymore.
I'm kind of that way too. That's how I build. See, I'm of the mindset that watches are or can be investments. A lot of YouTubers are saying, it's not an investment, buy what you like. Yes, absolutely, buy what you like, but buy well, and I tend to buy rare. That's why my 750 GMT Caribbean Blue, I almost preemptively sold it when I had the embargo information about the new GMT. How embarrassing.
Oh, really? Oh my God, no.
I would get mad. I would get $4 or $5 grand for it easy. And then
oh my God,
it would be like insider trading. I felt so guilty for thinking the thought, but I'm going to keep that watch. There's only 250
But
of
you
them.
also, next time you do something like that, just email me and say, hey, is this a good idea?
Well, I didn't have you on speed dial. We're much closer friends now than we were those times ago. But
we have a lot of epic things coming up over the next 2 years. So Jan sat me down this morning and showed me some of the highlights and even prototypes of what we're doing through 2026. Awesome. So I think the GMT was a high point, and it was a needed high point, and that's a perfect example of listening to our fan base. Something else is going to happen in August. That is actually he said 3 months, so maybe even before August, but something's going to be released and offered in a few months. That is a clear listening to our fans, and of course, Doxa is a business, so Jan's not going to do everything just because everyone's coming together on the internet and being keyboard warriors about it. But there are some. It's like me with my law. There's some valid points, and once we see the valid points and the facts, maybe we can correct or admit that, not that we were wrong, but that there's a better option. And with Doxa, all the time, Jan's perspective is let's have fun, and that's why I get to have so much fun, because let's have fun, let's have a play. We don't know until we test it. So there's a lot over the next 2 years we don't know until we test it. So I'm so excited to hear everyone's opinions, and it's only going to get harder, and your collection's only going to grow more.
Well, here's the thing. We are the Hobby of Hours crew team of one is always happy to be a beta tester of whatever you got going on. Whatever I can do to weave my way into the Doxa family even further, happy to share these embargo releases with the audience, and very grateful for Jackie taking the time. Before we sign off, Jax, let me put you back into spotlight mode. Anything else that you would like to say about this sub 200 new iteration, or anything? I've gotten a lot of positive response from the fan base of Doxa to the videos I've done, and
great. I love that.
I say that to say there's probably a significant portion of Doxa lovers watching. So what would you like to say to the lovers of the brand?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for being a fan and for loving this brand through what I like to call the sleepy periods and the high points with Jacque Cousteau and Clive Cussler. And then this resurgence we've had the last few years. It's all because of all of you. And I just love getting to know all of you through your comments on the internet, through your follows, through meeting you in person at these authorized dealers around the world. It's so much fun when we run into each other in multiple cities and places. and at the watch fairs. So I'm looking forward to continuing all of those relationships. And thank you, Dee, for your love and support. It's so awesome. I'm so blessed. You, Jay, Bob Collins, and I'm sure I'm jet lag blanking on so many other amazing people. Blake from Lonely Wrist. There's so many awesome people that Doxa has brought to me, and I love this community that we're all creating and we choose to create every day. So Dee, thank you so much for giving me space in your life, your heart, your platform, and your time to share everything Doxa and more. And anything you're willing to listen to me talk about. So thank you so much.
Absolutely.
And I hope everyone enjoys this.
It's been a real blessing and it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for including me in the circle of trust with yet another embargo release. Embargo 2 Electric Boogaloo, coming to a Hobby of Hours channel.
I hope that is there an Electric Boogaloo song? Like, or there's
there is
Avenue, right? Like, we need this Electric Boogaloo vibe to leave to.
As fun as it is to sing on my channel, I don't want to get canceled for dancing on my channel, because I go hard in the paint. I can shake my moneymaker, and I'm not going to expose my watch audience to that. Anyway, thank you to Jackie for coming along on another fun episode. And thank you for coming along in this wonderful, beautiful Hobby of Hours. Hope you're doing well. Hope you are blessed. And we will see you in the next one. Signing off. Peace. Take care, Jax. Be well, girl.
Bye.
If you'd like to support the channel, head over to hobbyofhours.com. We've got artwork, coffee mugs, hats, t-shirts, and even a watch book. 1001 Watch Designs, Volume 1. Over 1,000 designs in here. Steampunk, super futuristic, kaleidoscope, even super real ones. Watches that you could probably put on your wrist today. It's a great way to support the channel. Thanks for coming along on the ride.